What's up, y'all? This your girl Lola with Lola's Chronicles, and today I got interviewing with me, Mr. Author Willie C. Williams. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How you doing, Lo?
I'm doing good. First and foremost, I want to thank you for taking the time of coming on the show.
I appreciate it. Hey, it's been a rough weekend. It's been a rough weekend, but I made it here.
Hey, I understand you. I done did you my fourth interview today. I can't believe I did that. I backed to
Yeah.
back, but I met some nice people today, so I'm glad about that. Um, Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh well. I'm author Willie C. Williams, author of the Ballin trilogy. I'm from Mother, South Carolina. Father of one, grandfather of three. You know what I'm saying? Right here boy, I was raised right here in Mother, South Carolina. You know, award-winning author now. So
Oh, check you out.
right,
Okay, award-winning author. I like to hear that.
right.
So I was reading your bio and it say traveling and photography is your passion. So how did you get into writing?
Oh well, my I got into writing by accident. So my story go back to 1996. How old you was in 1996, if you don't mind me asking?
1996, I was probably 6 or 7.
Okay, so in 1996, I got sentenced to 40 years in prison for attempted murder.
Sheesh. Yeah, I
Right.
understand.
Yeah, so this has been a long time ago, but within that 40 years, I got sentenced to 40 years for attempted murder. But within that 40 years, I did 17 years of the 40 years before they gave me parole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So within that 17 years of me being incarcerated, I got caught with a cell phone. So when I got caught with a cell phone, they put me in consolidated confinement for 6 months. You see, so within that 6 months, it started going crazy. I just started writing. So that's how I came up with being a writer by me
Hey,
by me getting,
normally,
by me
normally
getting caught with a cell phone. So it's kind of different for me.
Yeah, I mean, normally sometimes people become writers on an accident, and
Right.
doing that type of time that can turn you into either a writer or a reader. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big thing, and I'm glad to see you out doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't make it from behind the walls.
A lot of people don't. Yeah, a lot of people
So
don't.
I love to see that you got out, changed, turn your life around, and now you're an award-winning book author. You know what I'm saying? You got you a book
Yeah.
out. So tell me about this book.
Well, my book is urban novels. It's about six best friends from Mother, South Carolina, growing up, going out to the world, becoming famous, and balling. So my main character's named Gary White. He's like the LeBron James of high school. He don't know if he want to go pro. He don't want to go to college. But my main character is like Wilt Chamberlain. My book is very spicy. My book got a lot of sex in this thing, man. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got a lot of sex in there.
I got a whole bunch of sex in it. So it's based on like I said, six best friends. It's based on like the best man, like Juice. So it's like it's basically like that, but it's real spicy. It's real sexy. It's real
Okay.
spicy. It's on steroids.
So how did you come up with this concept for this book?
Well, by me being a basketball player, you know what I'm saying? And then by me being incarcerated for 17 years and reading so many books, I was like, man, I can read this book. And by looking at so many movies, I was like, I put something together. I put a character together. I'm saying when I was in solitary confinement, I just started writing. And I was like, let me start something off with, a basketball player. 'Cause like I said, my books derived from, based on like the best man, like Morris Chestnut character. He was a football player.
Right.
And he didn't mess with females until he got married and all that. But my character is a basketball player. He messed with all of them. So like I'm
Oh,
saying,
okay.
my book is very spicy. My book is very sexual. My book is very detailed. So my book is like Zane on steroids.
Ooh, Zane on steroids. Oh shit. So that's explicit. That's explicit right there.
Yeah.
Cause
So my
Zane,
yeah. So it's
Zane
like
was doing her thing with them.
yeah. So mine it's on steroids. So my book is like borderline erotic, but
Okay.
it's still in the romance section, but it's on the edge of being erotic.
Yeah, and I just put out a short story series, and it got erotica stories in it as well as a mixture of different other things. So sex sells. A lot of people freaky asses be want to read that. So I'm one
And
of them. I love reading them type of books. So, what are some challenges you faced in the beginning of writing your book?
Well, I didn't really have any facing any challenge because I had the time to write the book because I was in jail. I was incarcerated, so I I had plenty of I had plenty of time to write the book. So I didn't come across those obstacles. I'm saying
Okay.
only thing I did, when I came home, a couple of guys that I know personally, they know they wrote books, and I was like, man, I got a book too. So before I even came home, I let guys back there read it. They were like, man, that book good, that book good. And then I sent it out to a couple of people too when I was back there, and they read it. They like, man, you ain't wrote this book, you ain't wrote this book. I said, yeah, I wrote that book. So I'm like, man, this book good, this book is good. So I put it out, and then here we go. We in 14 different countries with this book.
Man, congratulations.
Yeah,
A lot of
thank you.
people don't know when you publish a book, they think that automatically when the book come out that is you make money off of it. You
No,
have
no,
to actually move around with this
right,
book, that they put it in people's faces and target your audience, that you want to read this type of book. So they think that it's easy for us authors, but to me, I tell them the easiest part is writing it.
right, right, right. That's the easiest part for me. But like you say, getting it out. You gotta stay on the grind. You gotta, especially if you're doing it by yourself. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
stay on the grind. You gotta keep it in people's faces every time they go on social media. I make sure they see something about balling on there every day.
Exactly. You got to, because at first when I first put my first book out in 2016, I knew people would buy it because they knew me. But as far as trying to get it out everywhere else, I went through some journeys with two traditional publishers, and now I'm the publisher myself. And it's
Right.
like, okay, now I see where I lacked that. I wasn't putting it out there like I should have been. And you learn from your mistakes, So when I talk to different authors, I like to ask them like different challenges that they have faced with their journey on becoming an author, because it's a totally different world and people don't understand that.
Yeah, once I mean, like I said, like I say, once I was when I was inside, writing the book, I didn't have the obstacle. But when I came home, I had to get it, in transcript form, I had to get it in book form. So I got my editor, Angelina Phillips. Angelina Phillips, she's a big part of this thing. Because if she didn't type it up and put it in the book form and do the editing part of it, I don't know how to type. I just know how to pick. So
Mm-hmm.
if it weren't for her, I wouldn't have no book out. It probably would still been in pencil and paper.
I love pencil and paper though, so it's good you had somebody to do it. I think it's, to me, when I write, I love writing with pen and paper. It seems it just comes out better than when I type it. I just hate going back and retyping it on the computer. So I get what you're saying. Do you ever consider yourself writing a book about your time spent in the prisons?
Excuse me. No, I get that question asked all the time. I mean, I had a 17 years out. I had a lot of experiences back there. I done seen murderers. I done seen people get murdered. What I'm saying, I got seen people get raped and all types of stuff. But I don't think that's something I want to do.
You don't think that's something? Yeah, maybe it's like a traumatized experience sometimes too. You don't want to relive that. I feel you. I feel it. You know, but
Okay.
I encourage you to do so, because you never know who you might reach with that book, or somebody out there can relate to the story, because a lot of people become institutionalized. So when I feel like you should talk about it more, as far as write a book about it, your experience, you can do it in a fictional way, and it just be, you got your personal experiences, but it don't necessarily have to be you yourself. I encourage people to try to get that story out there, because you never know who it might help in the long run.
Yeah, yeah. I go to different places and be speaking like that. But as far as putting in the pen and pad, I ain't
You
never.
haven't, yeah.
Nah.
That's understandable. I get it. So do you plan on writing any more books?
Matter of fact, I wrote another one. It's called Relapse. I already got another one out. So I don't know if I want to bring that one out before I bring the third one out to the ball end, or I want to bring the three series. I want to bring the three balling books out first, and then bring the relapse back. Bring the relapse out. So yeah, I got one in the cut.
Okay, I hear that. I hear that. So when you write, are you the type of writer to get? Do you have to have complete silence, or do you like listening to music? Is it a certain way that you got when you get in your writing mode?
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because I may be like I may think about something the day before, and then the next day I'm like, yo, let me write this down real quick. Then I got a good. To me, I think all authors got a good imagination,
Right.
right? So it don't really take me long to come up with characters because I know a lot of people and everybody got different characters in them. So it don't really take me long to find characters or get a storyline. I mean, I guess it was just natural. I don't know. So
Right. Yeah. Hey, when you
yeah,
got that gift, you got that gift. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And it's crazy because we get caught up. We don't never know that we got this hidden talent until we try it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I started off writing short stories and poems. I never thought about a book until one day. I just, I my brother-in-law at the time was like, "You should write a book," and I was like,
right,
"Yeah, whatever." But
right.
then I got to thinking about it, and then I'm like, "I'm gonna try it." And then before the end of the year, I had wrote two. So, and I was 17 at the time. So you never know the gifts that you have until you actually put the effort into doing it. Have you ever thought about turning your books into screens on the
We,
screenplay?
yeah, we working on all that. We working on oh man, short films. We working on movies. We got this balling thing moving. We got plenty of motion over here.
I
You
hear
know,
that.
we
You know what
got
I'm
plenty
saying?
of
I
motion
got
over
to
here.
read this book now. I got to check
Yeah,
you out to
check it
see
out.
where your mind frame be at, because that's dope. I love talking to different authors
Right.
because um we got different ways of how we write and do things. So it'd be real interesting to pick your brains on some stuff. Do you ever find yourself getting attached to your characters that you create?
So a lot of people think I am the main character in my book, but I don't. I mean, it's like you living through your character. I say, nah, I ain't living through my character. I mean, I don't get because my character is so sexual. You know what I'm saying? My character is a booty eater all the time. So I'm saying my main character is real detailed. I'm talking about it's real sexual, man. So
I bet
now,
so the ladies read it and be looking for
yeah,
Big Willie,
yeah,
huh?
right.
They read
Are
it and
you
want to know where Big Willie at. Cause
are
we're the
you
man that
married?
wrote
Are
this
you
book.
married? You know, are you married? You got a girlfriend, stuff like that. Yeah, that's coming with
Hey, it comes with the territory. You writing it
it.
down. They like, hey, shit, we
Yeah,
trying to see what that be like in the nighttime.
right. I know you can't have no girlfriend. I said, why can't no girlfriend? And your girlfriend let you write no like this in this book. So
Yeah, and you get that a lot too, especially us that write urban fiction. They can't wait to think we talking about ourselves,
right.
So I
Everybody,
get that a
that's
lot
you,
too.
that's you. Nah, I said, nah, that ain't me because like I said, I played basketball, but nah. Now
I had
he a little bit too sexual for me.
right. I had a story I
Yeah,
wrote, and it was called Our First Threesome. You know how many
right,
people don't ask me, have I had a threesome? And I'm like, no, I just, common sense, you would think, but then it's just like, I'm not talking about myself, y'all. I'm just creating these stories.
right,
So a
right.
lot of people ask me a lot, or like when they read my work, they think I'm talking about myself, and it's like I have yet to write a book about myself. So I get where you coming from, with the people coming to you and talking to you, and asking you all type of questions.
Right, they do. I mean, they come with all type of questions. That is you. Or I know this person, or I know that person. And then another thing is, like by me knowing a lot of people name wise, names for the characters in the book. You know what I'm saying? So it just, oh, you got her name in the book, or you got his name in the book. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know a Jermaine, everybody know a Kevin. Everybody know a Peanut. You know what I'm saying? So if you put them people name in the book and then you actually know a person that's that name, they be like, "Oh, you talking about me? That's me. Thank you for putting my name in the book and all type of stuff."
Yeah, I get that too. Cause like I said, I grew up in the streets of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I use a lot of my homeboys as offset characters. We grew up in an era like gang banging and stuff like that, and a lot of so I would put their names as offset characters. They might be related to the main character or something like that, just to show homage to what we've
Yeah,
been through. you know, and stuff like that. But a lot of people get to thinking like, oh, this book, no, it's not that, y'all. I
Right,
just
right,
like to show love to my people I started with. So, you know, when they read this book, they know for a fact I'm talking about them, but they're not the main character. It's not their story. It's
right.
just the whole point. So yeah, a lot of people feel like they be knowing exactly what we be talking about, and they don't.
But I mean, I got a couple of people I actually know that's you know in the book. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, I got a couple of people. It ain't like they got no main character role. You know, they
Right.
may mention their name and they may, but it's you know this bit like you saying paying homage.
Yeah, you know, you just show
And,
love, and it's good though, because when they read it and they see it, you know, you make somebody day because you're like, damn, I'm
right.
in a book. Like, yeah, you in the book, you know, and this
So,
book reach many places.
so one of
So
my
where
partners,
what?
one of my partners that's in the book. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Man, I'm in some my name on something else besides the indictment paper." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Man, that's, you know what I'm saying?" He said,
Yeah,
"Man,
you know, and it
yeah,
means a lot because,
yeah,
and it be the
yeah,
small things, and people really, you know, it means a lot to people. So I like doing that as well, just to let them know, like, I see you, you know what I'm saying,
right."
and people. So I get that completely. Um, what I was gonna say, I done lost my whole train of thought. So, if you could give yourself advice, your teenage self advice before the incarceration, what would you tell yourself being in the position you are in now?
Uh, Take my ass home. I mean, that's
I know.
simple.
Simple as that,
I
huh?
just, yeah, I just take my ass home. You know, I would have been, you know, it would have been a little. It would. I think it would have been a little different. You know what I'm saying? But that was God's plan. So you know, we here now. So you know, I went through that. You know, now I'm here. So now, like I
Yeah.
said, I'm all over in 14 different countries now. So I'm riding the wave, baby.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
Riding
that's
the wave.
dope. I love the turnaround. I'm very proud of you behind that because like I said, knowing black men that's incarcerated, including my baby's father, and they're now on a murder charge. And it's just like watching, you know, when you can get out and change your life and develop. I got homeboys that did 10 to 15 years and got out. Some of them institutionalized, some of them went back, some of them made something of themselves. So it's just the whole point of it's good to see when you turn around and use that as a stepping stone into you
Right.
know into something that you really your passion and what you want to do.
Right. But it wasn't my passion. That's what I'm saying. It ain't never been my passion to write no book or become an author because some people may not know. Some people do know. See, I taught myself how to read in sixth, seventh grade. I couldn't read until I was
Okay.
like until I was like sixth, seventh grade. I taught myself how to read. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now, by me able to read, you know what I'm saying, and then having a book in different countries, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's, you know, then, and I'm a self motivated person anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need that much to motivate me. You know what I'm saying? But it is the thing that this came from the book. And I just thinking, you know, where I was at, you know what I'm saying? 10 years ago, where I was at, I was at the bottom.
Right.
And now I'm on that ladder to success. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm taking it as every day come. I'm smiling every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving life. You know what I'm saying? It's enjoying it because this book has changed my life. You know what I mean? I never thought that this book would do what it's doing because I was just, you know, like I'm saying, I was just in there and I was just writing. You know, this. They say you in a situation like that, you got to be in the room for 6 months straight. You know, they talking about you might be seeing, you start seeing little green men running across the floor and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think about all that. I just started writing. So I said, shit, I'm gonna change them green men into some green men. So
Right.
yeah, so yeah,
Exactly.
I didn't never.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mind state that you gotta have, man, when you're trying to turn around and do something different. Especially when God give you a second chance at life, you have to make it useful. You know what I'm saying? Because some people waste the opportunity into changing it into something better. And here you are, an award winning author, and your book is in 14 different countries, you know, and in different places. So where are some places that you've been with your book?
Oh, well, I'm on a book tour now. So man, we done been to Charlotte. We done been to Maryland. We going to New Jersey. We got to go to New York. We got to go to Tallahassee. We got to go to Dallas. I'm saying this balling thing is serious. Like I said, this thing changed my life. You know what I'm saying? And it only, you got to, that's just for everybody that's trying to be an entrepreneur, you know, and go to independent go to independent route. You're gonna lose some sleep, you know. You're gonna lose some sleep, and you gotta stay in people inboxes. You know what I'm saying? Celebrities, you gotta stay in their inboxes. You gotta stay in, you know, this common people inboxes just every day. So my strategy is, and I learned a lot. You know, I hooked up. I don't want to like just name drop, but you know, I hooked up with the Walker Flock of Flame. You know what I'm saying? We had a little show. He had a show, and I did a vendor spot at the show. So that's how we linked up. And then, you know, I'm new to this thing, and then he get out the van and everything. He see a lot of girls go run to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he see me with a book in my hand. He ignored all of them and came straight to me. It was like a shining moment. It's like, so
Right.
it's like, you like, what you got, OG? What you got, OG? I said, man, I got me a book, man. I got my book. He said, what's the book? You know, I broke it down to him. I just did 17 years. We said, yo, man, I need that book. I need that book. I need that book. So he did his thing after the concert, and then I stuck around. And he was like, and then he called me again. You know what I'm saying? And we had some more conversations. He put me down with some free knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We exchanged numbers. And, you know, it's been on ever since. You know,
And that's a blessing.
but you got to
It's
put
a
yourself out
blessing.
there. You got to put yourself out
You
there.
definitely got to put yourself out there when you're trying to create something and then turn it into something magnificent. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's dope to hear you say, like, I never thought. And then it's like, you're living this, you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the damn thing, especially being an award winning author. You know what I'm saying? Coming from what you come from and what you do. And, you know, so photography, how did photography become a passion of yours?
That's something I love. When I started, when I was growing up, I've always been dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? So when I was growing, I never liked to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I take the pictures, I'm the darkest one in the picture. So I never liked to take. So I never liked that. I never liked taking pictures when I was growing up. So and then I got maybe like in the 6th grade. Then I started, you know, developing, and my skin started clearing up and stuff like that. Then the librarian said, "You're gonna be a pretty little black boy." You know what I'm saying? That gave me confidence. And then I started taking pictures. You know, you know, I did it in high school, and I did it in college, and so yeah, that's how I became a passion of mine. Yeah.
That's what's up. And you said you're on book tour currently. So how that's been, you know, traveling with it. I want to get off. I want to do me a book tour one day. So how that experience been going?
It's been going good. I can't see it. It's been going good. But I'm going further up. So I'm in South Carolina, so I'm going further up, and I'm gonna be in Elizabeth, New Jersey, right? So that I don't want to drive to Elizabeth, New Jersey from South Carolina. I want to, you know, probably get a rental car and stuff like that. Then I got to go to White Plains, New York, after that for South Carolina. So the expenses on that, you know, the plane tickets and stuff like that. But by me going to the bookstores, it's pretty good because, like I said, I don't really like want to name, I don't want to like name drop people, but I had did a show with T Pain. He got a Nappy Boy radio show, right? So I just did a comment on it. I commented on something, right? And they got in contact with me. You know what I'm saying? So this time I'm getting in contact with people. Like I'm saying, you got to stay out there. You got to stay on the grind. So I just inboxed him. I didn't inbox him. I just commented on something he was saying on his show. And then he got in contact with me. His people got in contact with me. Then next thing you know, I'm linked up with him. Right. Then he asked me the same thing you asked me. You know, what do you think about going on a book tour? I'm like, man, I'm thinking about going on a book tour. Then he sent me to his people. Then who sent me to the other people. Then next thing you know, we inboxing and then we talking on the phone, and they hooked me up with. Man, it's been a blessing, man. It's been.
I
I say,
bet that's an amazing testimony. And then you get to share the experience with your grandchildren. How old are your grandchildren?
oh, they 9, 10, 11. They doorsteps 9, 10, and 11. Yeah, they doorsteps. Yeah, they Papa rich, Papa rich. I said, nah, Papa, Papa. I mean, yeah, I'm rich. You know, what I'm saying I'm rich because I got my grandkids. But no, probably still a grind. You know, what I'm saying they don't see the inside. They just see the outside. What's going on? You know, when I go outside, hey, Willie, I'm talking to you. People shaking my hand, and you know, they want to take pictures and stuff. They see that stuff. You know, what I'm saying they don't see the
Yeah,
grind.
the
Yeah.
grind part, yeah. Because my daughter, she 10, and we co-authored a book together, and it's just like, you know, everybody thinks Ma, you got more views on TikTok than me. You're famous. I'm not famous yet.
Yeah,
You know,
famous,
so and it's motivation though to see them light up and see, to see us accomplish goals that we never thought we could, And I writing wasn't, I always been a writer, but I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna publish this book. I did it because it helped me escape from my days in the streets, in the hood, and being out. I could change the narrative of what's going on around me if I create my own story. So it was just, I wasn't never expecting to become a published author either. And I'm getting ready to release my 5th book, and I'm just like, this is crazy. This journey, I've met some amazing people. I've had some doors shut in my face. I've had some doors open to me, so it's just like, I love everything about it. I'm still learning. I don't know everything, but the experience within itself is like, the same one y'all said wasn't going to graduate high school or was going to end up in prison or something. And look at me now, so it's a big motivation thing with me when it comes to my writing. So I definitely understand what you mean by that.
Right. Yeah. It's just like with my situation. If a lot of people don't know that I've been to prison, right? So my main thing was me getting out when I first came off. My main thing was changing the narrative. I didn't want them to look at me as Willie Williams that did the 17 years. You know what I'm saying? So I want to look at me something different. So when I brought the book out, it started going towards Willie Williams. Oh, that's Willie Williams, the guy that wrote the book. You know what I'm saying? So now it's Willie Williams wrote the book. Oh, you the guy that wrote the book. Oh, you balling. So now people are like, man, I never knew you was in prison if you didn't say anything about it. So what I try to accomplish is there. You know what I'm saying? So I changed the narrative of people thinking Willie Williams that did the 17 years to Willie Williams that wrote the book. My homeboy for Mullins. Yeah.
And that's dope. That you can, because your past do not define you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes it even dope that you were able to turn that around completely. You know what I'm saying? And I love hearing that, especially with Black men, because it's not many of you guys out there that's willing to turn it around. It's so easy to get sucked up back into where you come from because we comfortable at where we know best. So when you step outside that box and begin to put effort into the dreams and things that you want to see it happen and unfold in front of your eyes and happen, that's dope.
Yeah. Then you'll see it. Then you go out in the public, and people be happy to see you, and people want you to hug on you, take pictures with you, and I'm like, man, all this from a book, man.
From a book, yeah.
I'm just Willie Williams,
right? Exactly.
But they think you got more than what you have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
it definitely bring them type of people too. It comes with a lot of those type of people that that automatically think, oh, you put this book out and you rich. No. And then when you self-publishing and doing everything on your own, in the beginning you're investing way more than you're making, and people don't get that, because we're paying for everything out of pocket.
Right. Everything.
Editors is not cheap. Formatting and book cover designs and stuff like that, they don't understand. I'm really right now, I'm saying, I'm putting more in than what y'all think, and y'all pocket watching me. So y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all think I got all, quit pocket watching me. You know what I'm saying? Unless you gonna hit your hip and help me pay for some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
it gets expensive. You go, especially if you like I got 2 books out, like you got 5 books out, so I don't really have no overhead with part 1 of my book. You know what I'm saying? I have a little overhead with part 2 of my book because part 2 just really came out. But part 1 flying out the door. You know what I'm saying? I can't even, you know what I'm saying? I made some orders. As a matter of fact, I gotta send some orders out tomorrow. Yeah. Tuesday I gotta send some orders out. So it's it's flying out the door, but if you independent, you gotta buy part 1. You got to buy part 2. You got to buy T-shirts. You got to buy, whatever to take with you on the book tour. You got to get the motel room. You got to pay for gas. You know what I'm saying? You got to,
exactly. Yep. And they don't get that part. Yeah, when we partake in these events, you want your table to be right. You want your stuff to be right. You don't want to half-ass do it. So, I try not to go overboard, but then it's like I want to present myself and I want to stand out. I want people to come to my table and ask me
Right.
about the book and see, so I get when you try to get your merchandise and things like that, people don't see that part. They just, they don't know what it took for you to get there and stuff like that. So I really get it. The first time somebody asked for your autograph, how did that make you feel?
And then, I mean, it made me feel good, but then the icing on the cake was I wasn't even in my hometown.
Yes.
So I got recognized outside of my hometown for an autograph. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's what I say. I keep on telling you, man, this book had changed my life. You know what I mean? Because, you get recognized, it's outside of your hometown. It was kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Yeah,
I love it. I love it, especially hearing about it because I know exactly what you mean, and it's like when people come to me and Jadonna, we see when that next book coming out
right.
or want my autograph, and it's like I see things that I talked about coming to fold. I used to tell them my name gonna mean more than my mama gave it to me, or I can't wait to. I used to a kid practicing my signature, like I'm be signing all types of shit.
Right. Yeah.
Not thinking I'm going to be signing these books. So the first time they was like, can I get your autograph? I was like, oh, shoot, I made it.
Right.
But, and because you feel good about it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
You do.
Especially when you coming from somewhere else and you go out of town and they like, I know who you is. I need that book. So you like,
you know me.
Or my favorite thing is when they say, you inspire me.
Right.
I inspire you.
Yeah,
so it's just like man, it's a good feeling, and I'm very proud of you on that. Right. So how can people find you?
Oh, the only thing they gotta do, man, is Google author Willie C. Williams. It's gonna everything. I'm on everything. I'm on Google. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm on Pinterest. I'm on TikTok. Anything you want to find about author Willie C. Williams, just Google it. I mean, you Google Ballin' First of a Trilogy. Matter of fact, I ain't mentioned this. I got a clothing line that's out. They go to my website and get my clothes. You know what I'm saying? And then all this come from a book. And I keep on thinking about where I come from. And now, you know what I'm saying, I got a whole 2 books. I got 14 different countries with my book. Now I got a clothing line. People be happy to see me. They be smiling. They will take a picture. Can you come to the church and talk to the folks? Can you come to the adult ed? Can you come to the it just, I mean, everywhere. Anything balling, Willie C. Williams on Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, any social media. You just Google Willie C. Williams. I'm gonna pop up. I mean, that's how it is now.
Hey, Google me. I hear that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Google me, and that's what's up. Because I'm definitely going to have to keep you in mind because I want to put something together with some authors and different authors and maybe do like a seminar or something. I would love for you to join us and come kick it, bring your books and tell your story and, be a part of that. I love working with different authors on all type of different things. So, you're more than welcome to, join us on the show when I do my guest appearance. We get on there, kick it and talk shit and just talk about real stuff going on. So, you're more than welcome. If you ever need me to promote anything on the show, you got my inbox. You can reach out. You got my email. Let me know, like, hey, I got this coming out. Can you shout it out? Or I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about seeing other people win. I want all of us to win. It's enough out here for all of us.
It is. And then another thing, like you say, with the movie and stuff like that, I try to do a soundtrack for the you know what I'm saying? The movie needs soundtrack. So I use like a couple of local artists around my hometown to do that. So everything I try to do in my book, I try to, incorporate somebody from my hometown, whether they can make a t-shirt, whether they can, make a hat or embroider a hat or do some videos. I try to do everything in my hometown first before I branch out and try to get somebody else. Because you know how that shit go. Man,
right.
I can do this, man. You could have got me. Or you could have got her to do this. You know what I'm saying? But then you go out and get somebody else. That's how it be. So I try to just go ahead and knock that kid out in the bud first. Try to get the people in my hometown the opportunity first to get down with the balling. But then they don't want to get down with the balling. I take it on.
You got to take it on somewhere else. And they don't understand that. And then you look at them, you know what I tell them? It could have been you. but you was too busy. You couldn't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I understand that, but I went elsewhere, you know, and so I get that because I went through that with book cover designers. Now I got my graphic designer. I ain't never letting her go because I can tell you what I need and she delivers. Okay. But it was so many times where people, I can draw, I can do that. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm paying. I'm ready. And then, well, can you give me? You know what? Don't worry about it. I appreciate it. And then I go to her and be like, okay, this is what I need. I wanna get this done. This is what the book is about. And sometimes I let her freestyle, do what you do, or let her know what I want, and she delivers right there. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you said about that. We always want to try to help those in our hometown, but then you know they be on some bullshit. We gotta move on.
Right.
Definitely got to move on. Yes.
And then another thing is, if you don't, then it's all good, you know. It's all good in the beginning, you know. And then say you don't use them for a particular thing with your product, they're not gonna buy that. They're not gonna support it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna support it, even though y'all was all good and y'all like this before. But now that you use somebody else and that person do the same thing, they're not gonna get it. So they're not gonna start. They're gonna start talking to you. They go every time they see you. They know it's gonna be up in the air. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, being a public figure is a whole different life. It's a whole different lifestyle. You know, you can't really do certain things. You can't really be around certain people no more.
Yeah.
I try to be around some of everybody, because I'm a hood dude. I'll be in the hood. An average day for Willie, I might be having breakfast with the manager of the bank, to having brunch with a fashion consultant, to playing dice in the hood. I mean, I have my day is full. You know what I'm saying? So
and that's exactly how I am with it, you know. And it's like, that's just me. My average day, I might pop up in the hood at the park where I know everybody gonna be at it. We kick it and might smoke some, drink a little bit. All right, I gotta go, y'all. I'm out. And then tomorrow I might be sitting corporate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But so it's just when you can maneuver between the two, because you know you never forget where you come from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things that I tell people, I was born in prison. My mom was on drugs. I was in a gang. My baby daddy went to prison for murder. I was out here in the streets for a lot of things. I hustled. I did all type of stuff. But it's also another side of me, you know what I'm saying, that people don't see. So I get to show that side, you know, instead of having to be on defense mode all the time and watching my back and stuff. So now I still watch my back, because, you know, you never know. People don't forget nothing. But I'm able to rub elbows with people I never thought I would sit at the table with. You know, and when they hear my story, they be like, yeah, right. And I be like, yeah, it's true. You know, it is there. And or they see my profile and look at the pictures and go through all my pictures and see like, you really was, I really hang with all the niggas. I do, you know, and it's just like, I wouldn't change that for nothing, because it helped build me into the woman that I am today. So, you know, I definitely get that, you know, but you're right. Sometimes you can't hang around them same people no more.
No, you can't, because it this. I'm saying you come to a public figure. I mean, it's different. It is different. It's just like, I got stopped by the police. I'm driving. I'm doing about 90. I'm about 90 on the highway. I'm going. So as soon as he pulled me over, I rolled the window down like that right there and had my ID ready for him. Right, boom. He said, my name is such. I clocked you doing 92. I said, boom. So he went back. Do a little thing. Boom. When he came back, he said, Mr. Williams, what you with the prison for? I said, what you stopped me for? Right? So he said, what you went to prison for? I said, I went to prison for attempted murder. And the man said, gave him back our ID and said, have a good day. He ain't giving no ticket or nothing. Because he done, you know, they done punched it up and all that, and everything done came through, and he didn't give him no ticket. So it have the disadvantages and advantages when people hear your story and know about you. You know what I'm saying? So with my story, I'm still kind of intrigued with people that's they want to hear my story. Yeah. I know everybody got a different testimony, but I'm still kind of and shocked that people want to, you know what I'm saying, hear my story.
That your story matters that much, you know. So
People, yeah.
I definitely get that, because like I said, I didn't think nobody would want to listen to me, you know, and I'm getting ready to celebrate my 20th interview I've done on Lola's Chronicles so far, you know.
Okay.
So, and it's exciting, you know. I meet a lot of new different people, and it's open, like I say, it's opening more doors for me with my book than anything, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's they both run together. So I can't wait to check you out later down the line and do another interview and see all the progress you done made since today.
We gonna come back and sit back down with you. We'll come back and sit back down with you.
Most definitely. Y'all
Yeah.
make sure y'all follow my man's Willie C. Williams. Check out that book, man. Get with him. Y'all heard him today. He put it on all platforms. It's everywhere. Award-winning novel. I'm very proud of you. And I want to say thank you so much for taking out the time to come on Lola's Chronicles.
Thank you. No problem. No problem. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here after my long week. I'm glad to be here.
Well,
Man of my word. Man of my word.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make bonds and create opportunities for one another. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and I'm very proud of you.
I thank you. I said thank you. I said let me bring a couple of hundred to you. You know what I'm saying? Bring a couple of hundred to you. My viewers come to you, so you know your viewers come to me. So you know we got to do this thing together.
Yeah, we got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it.
Yeah, bring thing together. But I'm glad I reached out to you, so we can sit down. We go most definitely link up again.
Yes, for sure. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in. For those watching, y'all make sure y'all check them out. Make sure y'all go follow Lola's Chronicles on all platforms. And we out.